Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about supplementing your emergency survival food to add a little bit of protein and flavor to it. Let's check it out. Alright folks, welcome back. So today we're going to be using the Ready Hour from My Patriot Supply. You can check out My Patriot Supply, link down below. We are going to have some deals on that stuff, so I'll tell you about that in a second. But the reason we're using this stuff is because a lot of this stuff is very carb heavy. And it's good. It keeps you satisfied, keeps you full. But long term, you may want to add some other stuff to it to make it a little more hearty or a little more protein filled. And that's what we're doing today. So I mentioned this, a while back when I was doing a video about this stuff here. And I mentioned that, a lot of this stuff is really just carbs. So, a neat way to supplement this is to have this and add things to it, whatever you want. Now today, we're going to be using a can of this chicken here, okay? I brought two out because I'm not sure, but I think one can will probably be more than enough. We're going to season the chicken up, heat it up a little bit, and just leave it to the side, and then we're going to prepare the rice, because the rice is not freeze-dried. I want you to understand this stuff isn't freeze-dried, this is dehydrated, so it takes a little bit longer, okay? This isn't just pour water in here and let it hydrate like a mountain house. You actually have to prepare this stuff. So you have 5 cups of water, bring it to a boil, dump this in, cover a lid, and reduce heat, and continue cooking for 20 to 25 minutes. I like to let people know that so they don't think that they're going to fill this bag up with water, seal it, and wait 5 minutes and it's going to be ready to go. It's not. So that's the story with that. So what we're going to do first is heat up the chicken. And I'm not really concerned about heating it up too much because we're just going to dump it in the rice. But what I want to do is kind of season it because it's just plain bland chicken. It'd be kind of boring. So we're going to season that up, and then we're going to get this started and see what it's like. Now, the reason we're doing this all on one burner is I want to do a more of a worst-case scenario type situation where you only have one burner to work with. So by doing the chicken first, since we're really not worried about heating it up too much, just kind of seasoning it a little bit, that makes it a whole lot easier. You can season that up in a pot, put it to the side, and then cook your rice. So let me get started. Let me open up a can of this chicken, and let's get started, and I'll show you my ideas for this. Alright, so I got 2 things of can of chicken open. When I looked at the serving size of this meal here, I realized, I'm going to need 2 cans of chicken. And by the way, just as a side note, a few weeks ago I was doing a video, and somebody suggested this OXO side opening can opener. Oh, thank you so much. That makes it so easy. Anyway, back to the video. So what I'm going to do is put all this chicken into a pan here, and we're just going to warm it up and season it up a bit. It always smells like tuna when I'm doing this. I don't know why. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to put a little olive oil on the bottom of this pan because I don't want it to burn. Plus, I like the taste of that in there. There we go. We're going to mix it up a little bit. Now, I like to use a little minced onion and a little minced garlic. And it's all dehydrated stuff, too. If you have the Thrive Life onion, this is the exact same product. A little bit easier to put it in there like that. Okay. A little bit of the minced garlic. Tiny little bit. And this really, the only reason I'm heating it up at all is to kind of infuse the chicken a little bit with the scent of the stuff. It's really not going to change the end product because we're just going to heat this up with the rice when we put it in. And I'm putting a little of the Zatarain's Cajun, the blackened Cajun spice on there, just to give it a little kick. Otherwise, it's really bland. One thing about the My Patriot Supply stuff, really good food, but it can be bland at times. So you may want to bring some spices along to add into it and make it a little bit tastier. Alright, so we're just going to heat that up. I'm going to put a little salt and pepper over here. And what I do for when it comes to camping and stuff is I always keep my salt and pepper mixed together in one of these little dispensers here for Tic Tacs. I just mix it together. It looks like a whole lot of seasoning, but it really isn't once you get it going. Now I'm going to fire this thing up here. Okay, let's get it going. Now obviously, we're not going to need that much of a flame. Love this thing, it simmers so nice and low. And we're going to let that heat up and kind of mix it around a little bit, and see what's going on with that before we actually do the rice. Then we're just going to put this to the side. I'm going to break it up a little bit so you have smaller chunks of chicken in there. And this way, you'll have a whole lot more than just a bowl of rice to eat when it's done. So let me get that warmed up. We're going to put it to the side, and then we'll cook the rice. Alright, so this is pretty much done. I'm just going to take it off. I'm going to leave the heat going. So you can see, I mean, I didn't really do much. Just kind of got the flavor in there. And that Zatarain stuff is awesome for a spice to store. It adds just the right kick to it without making it super, super hot. So to prepare this, we're going to need 5 cups of water. And I have that set up over here in a much larger pot. I tried doing these in a smaller pot one time and it did not work well. So we're just going to use the big old kitchen cookware here. I'm going to move you up a little bit so you can see it. There you go. Okay. And we're going to give that a boil. Bring you back when it's time to dump the My Patriot Supply food in. So while I'm waiting for that to boil, I did want to let you know quickly about the My Patriot Supply deal that they're going on this month. On my site, preparewithiridium.com, that's preparewithiridium.com, because I know I have a tendency to talk too fast. We have 2 deals, okay? You have a 3-month emergency food supply. This month it's $150 off, all right? That comes with 21 varieties, all of them with a 25-year shelf life. You got breakfast, lunches, and dinners. All of them come in these 4-layer heavy-duty pouches, okay? The whole thing weighs 120 pounds and is completely made in the USA. I believe it comes in 6 of those big, rubberized tubs. So it's a pretty big thing. I believe the whole thing is, like I said, it's a 12 by 12 thing. And you're going to be getting that with $150 off. Now that's a great way if you're a new prepper and you want to just say, I need some emergency food right away. I don't want to think about, what I want to buy. Do I want to buy chicken, that, this, whatever. You just want to get the food. That's an easy way to do it and get started. And that's a 3-month supply. And I always tell people, shoot for 3 months when you start out for $150 off. Now, if your budget isn't that high, or if you just want to kind of try out the My Patriot Supply foods, we do have a 4-week emergency food supply, and that's $50 off. That's going to come, again, 2,000 calories a day, 16 different varieties, again, 25-year shelf life with breakfast, lunches, dinners, drinks, and snacks. And it's free shipping and handling as well, and that's $50 off. So just a little bit of information if you guys are interested in trying the stuff out. You can get the smaller ones that come with less food, or you can start off with a big one, a 3-month supply. You can buy it as you can afford it, and you kind of scale it up and down any way you want, but it's a quick way to get prepared quickly. Now, we are adding some supplements to this today, but you can just eat this. You can just eat the rice, and it's very hearty and very good. The Southwest stuff is really, really good. But I like to add a little bit of chicken too. So if you already have some food storage, don't think, oh, I don't need that. I've got cans of food, because this is a nice way to make it better, heartier, and a whole lot more food if you have a big family to feed. So let's let this water finish boiling, and we'll dump this stuff in. All right, so we're all done here. I'm taking that off. Water is boiling. Now, you will notice the spices in this come together in little things like that. That's supposed to be that way. That's okay. It will break up as it boils. You're going to dump the package in right there, stir it up, and you're just going to let this come to a boil. Once it's boiled, you're going to cover it, lower the temperature, and let it simmer for 20 to 25 minutes. So let's get that boiling and rolling. Bring you back when it's covered up and simmering. Then we'll put everything together and see what it's like. All right, so it didn't take long for it to go back to boiling. So what we're going to do by following the instructions is we're going to cover this up, let it simmer for 20 minutes, and be back when it's done. And I will leave you guys a link to the stove. This is the Brulin stove, and it's a really nice stove. It can be like a blowtorch, or it could be nice and just you can barely see a little bit of simmering down there. Definitely a handy little stove to have. And it's also easy because you can cook with big stuff like this. You don't have to use just camp cookware. All right, bring you back in a few minutes once that's ready to go. They say 20 minutes, 20 to 25. We'll see what it looks like. Just wanted to give you a quick look here. We're about, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 minutes into this working, and it's starting to thicken up a bit. And it is just simmering. You don't want to put this on high because you'll scorch everything on the bottom. So we'll give it a few more minutes, bring you back when it's all done, and we'll dump in the chicken and see what it tastes like. All right, so as you can tell, it's all steaming up there. It's all ready. Came out really, really nice. Give me a quick look at it. I'll put it in this bowl again, man, Philly. There you go. It came out really, really good. So we're going to dump the chicken in and see how this tastes all together. And I'm glad I did make 2 cans because there is more than enough for 2 cans in here. Let me tell you. I'll be eating some of this for lunch today and possibly dinner. But there we go. That's all mixed in there. And now you have a whole lot more of a hearty meal than just rice. You've got your rice, you've got a little bit of protein in there with your chicken. Let's try it out all together. Take a taste. That is absolutely perfect. That came out really, really good. So, gotta hold it carefully. As you can see, you got the chicken in there, a little bit of rice. That came out amazing. And, like I said, if you've got a bigger family to feed, this is definitely the way to go. Because look how much is left in this pot. I mean, you got at least 8 more servings in there. And that's big servings, and you can see how much I took out already. So that's just one idea on how you can supplement your emergency survival food and kind of keep it a little bit more filling without it costing you a fortune. I mean, let's face it, you've already spent a whole lot of money on your My Patriot Supply or whatever other type of food you're using in those buckets. It's an excellent way to add a little more protein and a little more value to them without spending a ton of money. Those were, I believe, $2.58 or something for the canned chicken, the individual ones each. You can even get the dollar store ones, that are the smaller round ones, and they're $1.25 each. So not bad altogether. Definitely a way to supplement it. Like I said, the link down below, preparewithiridium.com. We got some awesome deals this month. We have the 3-month kit and the 4-week kit. Both are on sale. Really good deals. Check them out. You may decide that you want to go a different way, and that's fine. But this is just a way to get yourself stocked up really, really quickly. If you're interested in checking out any of our other affiliate links, we have our affiliate store from Amazon there. We have our freeze-dried wholesalers link too as well. And that's another way to go about storing some food. My link will save you 15% off on that. And also, if you're interested in Thrive Life, that's down there as well. This could be easily done with freeze-dried chicken as well. So definitely check them out. I thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go have some lunch. Stay safe and stay prepared.